Tuesday stream again, this time with the new Dress Up Loronerol, but also the new Overtrigger, which is one of the cover cards, the fire one. Not only that, we got the Regalis Piece as well, so let's begin. So first up, before we go to the actual cards, here are more cards in this festival collection. Not only we're getting reprints of the ride lines of Jajul, Youthberg, and Leonore, but we also got new generic triggers for all the nations. Not very necessary, but if you like for theming reasons, alright. And now to start off with the Loronerol cards, we're going to start off with Coiling Parade, Shibanu, Grade 1, AK Power and Skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is a Grade 3 Loronerol, cost Counterblast 1, look at top 5 cards of the deck, choose up to 2 different Grade 3 Loronerols from among them and put them to your hand. If you did not reveal a card, you draw a card. Some of the other Lyrical ride lines have their Grade 3 Searcher, now this one has one as well. Next, Clear Stream Miralu, Grade 2, Tank Power and Skills. Count rearguard. During your turn, if your order zone has 2 or more face down cards, this card gives us 10k power. Not bad because Loronerol is a set order based deck, so you might be lacking boosters in some cases, so of course the extra power will help. But anyway, second skill. If you Persona ride this turn, this card's cost can be paid with Soul Blast 1, which the actual skill is, when placed on rearguard cost, put a card from your hand to soul, search your deck for one song card, reveal it and put it to your hand, and of course shuffle your deck. The put a card from your hand to soul is going to be quite important for the next card, but it's just nice that this is just a song searcher. That's really what's important about this card. It's a song searcher, and the fact that you can alternate it to Soul Blast 1 if you Persona ride during the turn, if you basically just draw this card and this card's your only card in your hand, that just helps as well. And now to the new Dress Up Loronerol, Sing With Me Loronerol, Grade 3, Drinking Power and Skill is, first off, it's dressed up for the heartfelt song Loronerol, and the actual skill is auto, when placed on Vanguard, look at top 5 cards of the deck, choose one Grade 3 or less unit from among them and call it to rearguard and force shuffle your deck. Well, you have an excuse to rewriting this, especially for the next skill where auto Vanguard. When this card attacks a Vanguard, choose up to one face-up song card in your order zone, sing it, which is basically you put the set order that is the song card face down. That's basically singing it. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, costs Soul Blast 1 Grade 3 Loronerol. Into the end of the battle, dry +1, and your opponent cannot call Sentinels from hand to the Guardian Circle for this attack. So the strong part about this card is that this card can give you +1, and it also has the extra drive, which is also pretty nice. And just in case you guys don't remember, Loronerol's playstyle is singing the set orders, aka activating the set order effects. Just as a reminder. So another comparison for this Loronerol to the old one is that the old one can actually sing 2 cards per turn. Sure, it has to be the second Grade 3 turn, but the other one can sing 2 times per turn. This one can only sing once per turn. And luckily, due to the new Grade 2 where you could just shove a card from your hand to soul, you could shove the Grade 3 Loronerol on your first Grade 3 ride just for the guard restrict in comparison to the original where you need the 2 face-up songs to be able to do the second song. So like usual, like all of them, the dress-up version has an up and down to the original, but this one's case I would probably say it's better to be used as first ride just for the first effect to be able to call something, and usually the first Grade 3 turn is that you can only sing 1 card anyway. Because I have to say, singing 2 cards per turn does really help out a lot. So the original Loronerol might actually still be used as a second ride, but it is up to player preference here. And now we go to the new Cray Elemental Overtrigger, which is the Fire one, Spirit King of Ignition, Vanot. Basic Overtrigger stacked with the same effect for the 100 million. The additional effect is that you choose one of your standing rearguards and it gets this ability. Auto rearguard, once per turn, at the end of the battle that it attacks, stand this unit. So basically, it's a re-standing rearguard for an Overtrigger. Yeah, that can get nasty, especially with the 100 million twice. But if you do not choose a card from this skill, you draw a card and then choose a card from your hand and call it to rearguard. So either way, you're still getting 1 additional attack. Yay for new Overtrigger. I do like that we got more options. It's just the part that Overtriggers are kind of hated. I have a mixed feeling about Overtriggers overall. Finally, to the new Regalis Piece, Forbid Doll Surrogate. It's a Grade 3 Regalis Piece, and it's of course a normal order. And the skill is search your deck or drop zone up to a total of 2 Grade 3 or 4 units with different names, reveal them, you call all the Grade 3 cards to rearguard, but you put all the Grade 4 cards to your hand. If you search your deck, you of course shuffle it. Of course, you do as much of the skill as possible, so if you can only do 1 card, then it's just 1 card. This is overall pretty decent on certain decks. Pretty good and bad Bastion because the grade 3 part, and especially other decks that will heavily rely on grade 3s. But the fact that they add grade 4s in to put to your hand, yeah, that might actually get a little nasty, and especially when you think Bushy has stopped doing grade 4s, this might actually be a different story now. We might actually end up getting new grade 4s, and I do want to see grade 4s again. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the new Loronerol, the Regalis Piece, and Overtrigger? Loronerol is just okay. Like some of the other ones, there's just ups and downs in comparison to the original, but obviously you're going to be playing both. And then we got the Regalis Piece, which is going to be good in certain decks, and it's also nice that now we have more than one Regalis Piece. As for the new Overtrigger, I have mixed feelings about it. At least it's generic for everyone to use for any deck. But in that's it for this, and see you all next time.